A very good and happy Friday morning to everyone out there. Meteorologist Leonard Hampton here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Our ongoing active weather pattern continuing to impact the region. We're going to have more rounds of showers and storms to deal with throughout today. On into this evening and throughout the overnight, a few of those could become strong. I'd stay weather aware and keep a few eyes on that here as we work throughout the what's left over of this system, which will be moving through the region throughout the remainder of today on into tonight. You can already see this low pressure deepening over here across the Great Plains. We got this warm front that's going to be linking up and pretty much stretching eastward all the way through and bisecting across the state as the warm front lifts north over the region, all right? As this does so, this is going to be bringing these rounds of showers and storms that we're already being impacted by out there. And then throughout tonight, this cold front is going to work eastward along with that area of low pressure. That's what we're going to have to watch whenever it looks like the potential for the strongest activity will be moving here across the region, all right? We can jump over here and take a quick gander, if you will. Get a little bit closer view out here early this morning with the rain showers already working in here across the Wobbles community. A little low below pressure. We got some heavier rain showers just to our south and west working in here. And another active start to what's going to be a very active day here across the region. We do have a dense fog advisory that is out for the entirety of the Wobbles community. We can take a look over our Barren River Lake Skycam to showcase nearly zero visibility in some locations. Those of you heading out early this morning on the commute, please be aware of that. But we have had numerous reports of very low visibility. And yes, we do have our Bonafide Skycam network that is bringing proof to that as well. D93 Skycam showing that low-hanging, ominous, ragged stratus layer and fog over there, giving off Cloverfield vibes. Looking over the parking structure, the Bowling Green Hot Rod Stadium early this morning. Some of this will lift out to an extent as far as the fog as we work throughout the day, but it looks like the rain and storms will be overstaying their welcome. That is for sure. We can jump over here. We can give you a look at the latest in terms of what our temperatures are doing. They're pretty much holding strong right around the mid-60s region-wide. And we're going to be looking at a significant warming pattern as we work throughout the day as that warm front lifts to the north and east across the region, all right? So let's give you the full breakdown of exactly what we're going to be looking at in regards with the latest model guidance. This area of low pressure parked right in the center of the continental U.S. This is going to be our main player here in the short term. This thing is going to pull eastward. The warm front's going to lift to the north, and as it does so, that's what's bringing our first rounds of showers and storms through here this morning. Continues into this afternoon, but look at tonight. Right here, whenever the low jolts across the associated cold front blast eastward, we're going to be keeping eyes right along the Tennessee border here for the opportunity of some strong storms to get going in the process. Let's give you the simulated radar breakdown and give you the play-by-play here as we work throughout this Friday. Here we are working into this morning. Short-term model guidance picking up nicely what we were just looking at on rainfall with the more intense bands working in here out of the south and west. Again, folks, this is going to be lifting to the north along with a warm front. So we could have a few strong storms come through with that, maybe even some small hail develop as this works through, as we work throughout the morning hours. We work into this afternoon, activity is going to become a bit more scattered out there, but keep your eyes over here to the west whenever the primary forcing arrives with the cold front that's going to be blasting east across the region. Here we are getting well after sunset. We roll into 9 p.m., 10, 11, and then midnight on into the pre-dawn hours of our Saturday. Look at these robust, intense cells blossoming right here across central Tennessee up into southern Kentucky. It's worth noting, short-term cams are showcasing some discrete cells here, maybe a supercell or two getting going. The severe threat isn't overwhelming. It doesn't scream severe weather. But with the ingredients that we've been given, we might run into a isolated threat of a stray little tornado spin up out of this, maybe some damaging wind gust or two whenever this activity works through. Obviously not ideal in the middle of the night whenever a vast majority of us will be asleep, but that is worth being aware of and taking note of. Here it is working east across the region. By sunrise, the bulk of the heaviest rainfall will be south and east of the region. I do think that we will have some low-level cloud cover hanging around throughout Saturday morning, but those ceilings should lift out to an extent throughout the day, and with any luck, dare I say it, might catch a break or two or sunshine as we work through Saturday afternoon. Here we are working through the afternoon and evening hours. Holiday hoopla taking place in Morgantown late Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Looks to be dry as a bone. Don't think you're going to have anything to worry about out there. It will be chilly, however, with temperatures falling from the 50s into the 40s. If you're headed out there to Holiday Hoopla or anything else going on here across the Wobbles community, Carhartts are on, if you're following me, all right? So activity should get out of here. Second half of the weekend looks absolutely immaculate, if I'm being honest. Let's take a look at these temperature profiles. Hanging out right around the mid-50s this morning. We were just mentioning that. Watch the warmer colors arrive out of the south and west. This is going to be catapulting highs up anywhere between the mid and upper 60s as we work into the peak heating of this afternoon. Again, folks, this is thanks to the warm front lifting just north over the region. You can blatantly see it getting somewhat hung up right along the I-64 corridor, where we're going to have some 10 to 15 degree differentiation in temperatures during that point in time. Cold front passes through overnight, bringing those strong storm chances, and then we're going to hold roughly right around the low and mid-50s throughout the daytime hours of our Saturday. But as soon as that sun sets, take a look. 4 p.m., right around the start of Holiday Hoopla, going to be in the lower 50s by 8 p.m., going to be down to the low to mid 40s here across the region, so we're going to drop off fairly quickly in that regard. Let's jump back over. Let's pan back out to the big picture. Let's talk about what's in store for Thanksgiving week, all right? Here we are rolling into our Sunday. High pressure is going to move east across the region. We're going to be sunny. We're going to be dry. It's going to be beautiful out there with temperatures right around the mid-60s, okay? Tranquil winds as well. It's going to be a great day to enjoy the outdoors. You got any yard work to do? On Monday, we will see an uptick in cloud cover. Low pressure originating to our west, high pressure to our east will be kicking up. Some stronger southwesterly winds. It's going to be pulling some moisture in out of the Gulf and out of the south and west. Uptick in cloud cover throughout our Monday. Opportunity of seeing pop-up showers arriving as early as Monday afternoon. But the bulk of the activity holds off until Monday night. And then into our Tuesday morning, all right? Take a look at our setup here. Right along the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday morning of next week, deep southerly flow pumping in moisture, associated forcing with the lift in the form of the cold front blasting through here. Looks like widespread showers and some thunderstorms coming along with that. Again, folks, nothing is screaming severe weather at the moment, but we will be needing to keep an eye on things because this could be a fairly dynamic system. After this cold front passes, we look to go to more of a colder air mass with northwest winds being ushered in thanks to clockwise flow around this area of high pressure. Wednesday will be your transition day with some scattered showers lingering around. Then we get into Turkey Day and we're going to have the colder air arrive here out of the north and west. That colder pattern looks to hold on all the way through Thanksgiving, working into Black Friday. Potential for another weather maker to work through here for the weekend to follow, but we're not looking at any snowfall in the forecast as we speak. Going to be a few little loopy systems it's going to work through here. We'll be keeping an eye on it, folks, but signal guidance and ensemble guidance, I'm not seeing anything in the form of any major wintry events taking place. So for all those social mediaologists out there, they can take that for what it's worth, okay? Jumping over here and getting a look at the next 7 to 14 day temperature outlook, or 6 to 10 day, if you will. We look to be below average in the temperature department. That's what we're saying. For your Thanksgiving, we think conditions will be calmer out there. Doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about any rain chances, but it is going to be noticeably colder on the temperature front, that is for sure. Let's jump back over here and let's talk about the short-term model guidance in regards to today into tonight. You will notice that the Storm Prediction Center has brought a 1 out of 5 severe weather risk right along the Kentucky-Tennessee state line, coming right up over that into the southern tier of the Wobbles community. This is why we're going to be keeping very close eyes on those storms after sunset tonight. That's whenever the primary forcing will come through with a cold front. That should be peaking as far as the environment supportive of strong storms. Might have a rogue one reach marginal severe criteria. With that being said, total rainfall amounts into addition of what's already fallen yesterday and overnight. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches of additional rainfall. Again, folks, we're right in the midst of this. This will be continuing throughout the entirety of today, at least through sunrise on Saturday, before this begins to move out. Quick peek, I forgot to do this here a short time ago. We're just around anywhere from just under 1/4 of an inch to over 1/2 an inch of rainfall thus far. Winters down to our south down in Simpson County for the highest rainfall totals with the current event that is ongoing. Full 6-day forecast breakdown. We got highs soaring to near 70 this afternoon. Ongoing rain and storm chances. Opportunity of some of those becoming strong, maybe even marginally severe tonight. We roll into our Saturday. It's going to be mostly cloudy with any luck, some breaks in the cloud cover during the afternoon. Showing lower 60s on our icon. I think we're going to be more likely to be stuck right around the mid-50s in regards to temperatures. We clear out quickly Saturday night with temperatures dropping to the 30s. Sunday will be sunny and immaculate. Monday, pop-up showers make a return. Increase in coverage Monday night on into Tuesday, and then it's going to get much colder. Wednesday is showing highs in the mid-50s, folks, and although you can't see it presently for our Thanksgiving, looking at overnight lows early on Thursday morning, could be dipping down to the mid and upper 20s with Thanksgiving Turkey Day highs not escaping the low to mid 40s. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Friday morning weather and eye forecast presented by our friends at On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Don't forget the rain gear.